I was reminded through a few emails just from parents and community members that today also marks the 5-year anniversary of the Allina Health attack in Buffalo and the Buffalo Strong community sort of resolve. And we were talking about this last week in class because this piece that we're about to play, we've been spending the last month and a half talking about kind of the 5 stages of grief, really, is what we've been talking about. And this piece was written originally as a memoriam for a student from Colorado who passed away. And his band program and his band director commissioned Randall Standridge to write this piece of music for him as a sort of homage to one of their favorite students who lost his life during high school. And we've been talking about how to process those emotions and like what the music is about and what we're trying to portray in each moment. And then this reminder came up that today is the 5-year anniversary. We felt like this was probably the best tune on the program tonight to dedicate to all those folks who were victims that day, and also just to the community at large, because it affected probably every single person who lived in town. And I can tell you, at the time I was teaching up in Zimmerman, and it affected me pretty profoundly once all of the news about the Allina attack came sort of public and was starting to get broadcast, because I had friends and colleagues who worked here in the music world and who I cared about, and just kind of like, it spread pretty quickly to the greater community. And so this piece is really special to me. It's a beautiful piece of music, and I think that you'll hear everything that you want to hear in it tonight when we play this. So I hope you'll take a moment to sort of just sit back in your seat, take a deep breath, maybe close your eyes if you feel like you need to, and just spend a moment sort of thinking about how lucky we are to live in a community like this that supports each other and does great things for each other, but also just a moment to remember a loved one who has passed, or even just to think back 5 years ago today, to just give a little bit of an honor to the victims of that day. This piece is, like I said, takes you basically through the 5 stages of grief. So I hope that you can target each of those things, and at the end you'll definitely hear that sort of acceptance and resolve settle at the end of the piece of music. So we hope you enjoy it. This is called In These Last Days of Autumn by Randall Standridge.